All right, welcome back to Touring History, where we take the past and try to make sense of it, which is like trying to assemble IKEA furniture without the instructions.
Oh,
Technically possible, but someone's definitely going to get hurt. I'm Lane.
yes, and I'm hurt too. I'm Dave, and June 2nd is basically history's way of saying, you thought yesterday was complicated? Hold my beer. We've got everything from ancient vandalism to space exploration. Woohoo!
That's right, and today's episode is brought to you by Death Wish Coffee. Because while
Ah,
empires rise and fall, your caffeine intake should stay consistently legendary. Get the world's strongest coffee at deathwishcoffee.com.
that's right. It'll stay with you all day until you have to evacuate. Let's start with birthdays. Dana
Woohoo!
Carvey.
Happy
That's right.
birthday.
Day to you. Dana Carvey, born 1955, made impressions so good that politicians probably practice sounding like his versions themselves. Oh, isn't that special? Wayne Brady, 1972, proved you can be incredibly talented at improv and still make it look effortless. What else show? He's doing some other show now. What is it?
Is it Let's Make a Deal or one of those old
Yeah,
game
one of the
shows or
yeah,
something?
yeah, I think it's he's taken over Monty Hall's, mantle.
Yes. Also, Zachary Quinto,
Quinto.
1977, who took over playing Spock from Leonard Nimoy, which is like being asked to replace someone's favorite uncle. Hi, I'm going to be your new Spock.
That's
But we like
right.
the old Spock. Yeah, me too, but here we are.
That's right. Too bad. I'm Zach Quinto. In 455 AD, the
Oh, that was a
Vandals,
smooth transition, Dave.
wasn't it? Yeah, totally. Well, my pointy-eared friend here next to me will tell you that in 455 AD, the Vandals sacked Rome, which is where we get the word vandalism. It's like if
Mm.
someone broke into your house, stole everything, and then historians named petty property destruction after them for the next 1,500 years. Ooh, thanks a
The,
pant load.
the Vandals were led by King Genseric, which sounds like a name you'd make up if you were trying to sound intimidating but couldn't think of anything scarier than generic.
Yeah, right. I'm king everyday thing, but really nothing. Move on.
I'm King Common Occurrence.
Exactly. I'm going to change my name. U.S. grants citizenship to Native Americans. It sounds like an oxymoron to me,
All
but anyway.
right.
Yeah. In paradox number 29, in 1924, the U.S. granted citizenship to Native Americans, which is like giving someone the keys to their own house after living there for centuries while you claim to own it. Okay, I'm done. Here you go. Congratulations, you're now officially allowed to exist in the place where you've always existed. Okay?
Th- This was partly
Get that
motivated by
TP out of here.
I know. This was partly motivated by Native American service in World War I because apparently defending democracy abroad was enough to qualify for democracy at home. That's
Yeah.
nice.
And, yeah, well. Okay, not our finest hour. Queen Elizabeth II crowned at Westminster Abbey. You know, she was crowned in 1953, beginning a reign that would last 70 years, longer than her grandmother, I think. Make her the human equivalent of a reliable Toyota. I'm sure she would appreciate that. Not flashy, but remarkably consistent, and likely to outlast everything around it.
The coronation was the first major international event to be televised, which
Wow.
means millions of people watch someone else get the ultimate job promotion. She was
Totally.
27 years old, which means she got the top job in the British Empire before most people figure out what they want to do with their lives.
Right. Wow. What a trial by fire, that one. What do I do?
She rode it all the way, though. She rode it all the way.
That's right. Come catch me if you can. What happened next in 1981?
1981, Nintendo released Donkey Kong, introducing the world to a little character called Jumpman, who you might know better as Mario.
Mario.
It's like the origin story of the most famous plumber in history, except he wasn't even a plumber yet. He was just a guy who jumped over barrels for a living.
Yeah, sounds like something I would do. Donkey Kong was actually supposed to be called Monkey Kong, but there was a donkey there. No, there was a translation error. So one of the most famous video characters exists because of a miscommunication, which is either hilarious or the most expensive typo in entertainment history.
Time to shout out our sponsor of the day. This moment in history is brought to you by Death Wish
Death Wish
Coffee.
Coffee.
Well, we're talking about things that pack a punch. Death Wish coffee is brewing fuel that's meant to power through whatever legendary challenge you're facing.
Visit deathwishcoffee.com and discover what happens when serious coffee meets serious caffeine. Because legends aren't just born, they're properly caffeinated, and we threw in another sponsor just for the heck of it.
That's right.
Legends.
We did?
Yeah.
Where?
Oh, it's somewhere in there. You have to find it. It's Easter egg.
Oh,
They
it's an
call it
Easter egg.
yes,
Got it.
yes, yes, yes,
Oh, I'm
yes.
a little slow this morning.
Well,
Sorry.
that's okay. You know what? When I talk about the next thing, you'll feel a lot better because in
All right, let's jump
1979,
there. Let's go to 1979.
Pope John Paul II visited Poland, his homeland,
Ooh.
which was like the ultimate homecoming that also happened to be a geopolitical earthquake. Because when the Pope comes home and a million people show up, that's not just a religious event. Well, that's a revolution wearing vestments, dude.
That's right. The visit is credited with helping spark the Solidarity movement and eventually the fall of communism in Poland.
Ha
One
ha!
papal visit basically started a chain reaction that helped end the Cold War, which makes it the most consequential religious road trip in modern history.
Wow, we should just send that guy everywhere we're having problems,
That's
right?
a good idea.
Yeah. Here's a very somber
Yeah,
thing that happened.
1997,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, this is where we shift to a more serious tone because in 1997, Timothy McVeigh was convicted for the Oklahoma City bombing that killed 168 people, including 19 children.
Oh,
This
man.
was domestic terrorism at its most devastating.
Yeah, the trial represented the largest domestic terrorism case in the U.S. history at that time. McVeigh's conviction brought some measure of justice for the families of victims, though nothing could truly address the magnitude of the loss.
Yeah, what did he call them? Collateral damage? Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so what happened in 2023?
Oh, I'm sure it was a happier thing.
Yes.
Train collision in Odisha kills over
Woo!
280 people.
Yikes.
Yeah, we end with tragedy in 2023 when a train collision in Odisha, India, killed over 280 people. It was one of the deadliest rail accidents in Indian history, highlighting ongoing infrastructure challenges in one of the world's largest railway networks.
Jeez, man, these tragedies underscore how quickly normal days can become historical moments. Yeah, and how the events we remember aren't always the ones we choose to commemorate. Ah,
Yeah,
second that on June
yeah.
2nd.
So we end on that.
Yeah.
That's that's June 2nd, a day
All
that
right.
somehow managed to include ancient vandalism, papal visits, video game history, and reminders of both human achievement and human tragedy.
Yeah, we'll try to end on a lighter note tomorrow. Before we go, remember that Death Wish coffee is brewed to fuel whatever legendary effort you're putting in. Check them out at deathwishcoffee.com.
Yeah, thanks for touring through another day of history with us. We'll be back next time with more proof that the past was just as chaotic as the present, but with worse internet connectivity.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm Dave,
And I'm Lane.
and this has
This has
been
been Touring History. Go
History.
make some history,
That's
kids.
right. Give us something to do.